report talks a little bit about the net increase in jobs that would result from this investment, and the number is 2.7 million jobs that would be gained in a net increase. Is that by the 2035 goal, or is that by the 2050 goal, or is that
every year?
Every year, okay.
Yeah.
And so would these jobs be jobs that, people who are losing their jobs in a natural gas industry would be able to transition into, or is there a high level of training required for most of these jobs?
Good point. Okay, so the way you characterize it is exactly accurate. What we estimated is that the investment, $200 billion a year of investments in renewable energy and energy efficiency will generate about 4.2 million jobs every year. On the other hand, contracting the fossil fuel industry by roughly the same amount, $200 billion a year, means that we lose about 800,000 jobs per year. So the net is 2.7 million. That's how we came up with 2.7 million. And of course, we don't know if that's exactly right, but I'm confident it's approximately right. Now, it's true. The jobs that are lost in the fossil fuel industry, it's not like people are just going to walk across the street and say, oh, now I can get a job in green energy. In some cases, that is true. Like, let's say you're a truck driver and you're delivering, pipes for an oil pipeline. You can still be a truck driver and deliver solar panels to a construction site. So those kinds of jobs, I don't think there will be any difficult transition. Or for that matter, you can be a secretary working in the fossil fuel industry. You can be a secretary working in the green economy industry. So of course there will be transition issues, but those won't be significant. The larger questions are really twofold. The ones that are, very specific. You can't be a coal miner in the green economy. You just can't. There are no jobs for coal miners in the green economy. So we need to have, very special and significant provisions for those people, such as coal miners, who are no doubt going to experience difficulties. And we've got to create opportunities for them to transition into new employment, whether it doesn't have to be in the green economy, just new opportunities. And so in our study, we put a lot of effort into thinking about these transition issues, so-called just transitions, just transition. They're very, very well-known and important labor and environmental leader named Tony Mazzocchi, who talked about just how you get a just transition. And we tried to capture some of the spirit of Mazzocchi's idea in our study. So those people are going to face difficulties. Now then there are these issues that you raised. Are there specific skill requirements that you need in building up the green economy that just aren't there in the fossil fuel economy? For the most part, I don't think that's true. Of course, there are differences in specifics. I mean, being a solar engineer is not the same as being a petroleum engineer, obviously. But to a very large extent, there are training issues. I don't think there are major barriers. Other people think there are. In my view, there are barriers, and we do incorporate spending on training. By the way, so the $200 billion does include spending on training and transition for workers that are displaced.